AV number 14. We come up to this. Explain how the setting of the extract contributes to the theme of the novel. तर जे नैपथ्य आहे ह्या उतार्यातलं ते ह्या कादंबरीच्या आशयाला कशा पद्धतीने न्याय देणारा आहे, त्याचा काय नेमका वाटा आहे त्या विशिष्ट परिस्थितीचा, तर बघूया आपण. द सेटिंग कॉन्ट्रीब्युट्स अ ग्रेट डील टू द थीम ॲज इट डिस्प्लेज रिस्पेक्ट टुवर्ड्स द alma mater and the teacher, that means our own school alma mater. Student teacher relationship, prejudice and racism are the major themes of the novel. E.R. Braithwaite gets a job of a teacher in a narrator in rather rough and notorious school. He finds that the students belong to a background that is not suitable for learning and their overall development and progress. He notices that the students are in no mood to change their attitude and behavior. Braithwaite, with his novel and creative ideas, innovative techniques, and understanding the students' psychology, ultimately wins their hearts in no time. Though he was bullied, harassed, mentally and physically tortured many times, he didn't lose his patience and continue implementing his novel ideas and techniques that help him to bring a significant change in his students' lives. Okay, now we turn to last part, theme, जो आशय आहे ह्या कादंबरीचा त्याबद्दल बघूया. A4. When the turn of my class came, I sat up anxiously. Why was the narrator anxious? Explain the statement by citing suitable references from the extract. तर जेव्हा माझ्या वर्गाची पाळी आली प्रेझेंटेशनची, त्यावेळेला मी अतिशय चिंताक्रांत होतो, काळजी वाटत होती. तर लेखक या ठिकाणी का चिंता करत होते, का नेमकी त्यांची चिंता आहे? एक्सप्लेन द स्टेटमेंट बाय सायटिंग सुटेबल रेफरन्सेस. तर आपल्याला काही रेफरन्स द्यायचे. द नॅरेटर कन्सिडर्स द स्टुडंट्स ॲज हिज ओन चिल्ड्रन, सो ही फील्स एंक्शुअस व्हेन दे कम ऑन द स्टेज. द स्टुडंट्स आर सीन टू बी embracing the lessons taught by Mr. Braithwaite. Denham addresses the girls by using the prefix Miss, which is the reflection of his courtesy towards them. Denham, his student, used the term Miss in addressing each of the senior girls. The narrator felt sure that this would in itself be something for the younger ones to aim at, a sort of symbol of young adulthood. As their names were called, they walk up to the stage and take their seats with a laudable seriousness. Denham also considered gracefully when his opinion on having PT compulsory was outwitted by Miss Phillips. Thus, Denham is a perfect blend of anger and courtesy and is indeed well bred. Next, select two statements that describe the theme of the extract. तर ह्या चारपैकी कोणत्या दोन वाक्यांमध्ये या संपूर्ण कादंबरीचा आशय लपलेला आहे ते आपल्याला सांगायचं आहे. हा purely report of the students council was not an important event for the students and teachers of school. या ठिकाणी हा जो विशिष्ट असा रिपोर्टिंग आहे स्टुडंट काउन्सिलचं, तो कुठेही महत्त्वाचा नव्हता विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी आणि शिक्षकांसाठी. द रायटर वॉज इमेन्सली प्लेस्ड टू नोटीस द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ द स्टुडंट. लेखकाला अतिशय आनंद वाटला ज्यावेळेला त्याने आपल्या मुलांची प्रगती बघितली. द स्टुडंट्स शो अ रिमार्केबल चेंज इन देअर बिहेवियर अँड वेअर प्रोग्रेसिंग इन ऑल द सब्जेक्ट. तर स्टुडंट जे आहेत त्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी अतिशय उल्लेखनीय प्रगती त्यांच्या वागणुकीत दाखवलेली आहे आणि विषयात पण त्यांची प्रगती त्या ठिकाणी आपल्याला दिसते आहे. द हेड ऑफ द इन्स्टिट्यूशन वॉज अगेन्स्ट कंडक्टिंग अँड सच ॲक्टिव्हिटीज इन द स्कूल. जे मुख्य होते, मुख्याध्यापक जे आहे, प्राचार्य जे आहे त्या संस्थेचे, ते ह्या सगळ्या ॲक्टिव्हिटीच्या विरोधामध्ये होते. तर अशा कोणती दोन वाक्य आहेत की जे ॲप्रोप्रिएट आहे? त्याच्यातलं पहिलं आहे द रायटर वॉज इमेन्सली प्लीज टू नोटीस द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ द स्टुडंट्स, आणि सेकंड आहे सी द स्टुडंट्स शोड अ रिमार्केबल चेंज इन देअर बिहेवियर अँड वेअर प्रोग्रेसिंग इन ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स. ह्या दोन जे आहेत हे अतिशय रिलेव्हंट आहेत, अतिशय समर्पक आहेत आशय म्हणून त्या ठिकाणी कादंबरीला. तर बी अँड सी आर ॲप्रोप्रिएट अँड सुटेबल टू डिस्क्राईब द थीम ऑफ द एक्स्ट्रॅक्ट. नेक्स्ट, the relationship between the teacher and the student is highlighted in the extract. Illustrate with suitable example from the extract. तर आपल्याला विद्यार्थी आणि शिक्षक यांच्यामध्ये एक रिलेशनशिप ह्या उतार्यामध्ये आलेली आहे. तर ती कशा पद्धतीने त्यांनी हायलाईट केलेली आहे तर उदाहरण देऊन आपल्याला सांगायचं आहे. तर त्या ठिकाणी काही उदाहरण आलेली आहे. हाफ इयरली रिपोर्ट ऑफ द स्टुडंट्स काउन्सिल वॉज नॉट अन इम्पॉर्टंट इव्हेंट फॉर द स्टुडंट्स, but one of the most elemental component of the student-teacher relationship in the novel is respect. Braithwaite is able to resist the incessant teacher baiting because he displays respect towards his student. At first, this approach does not useful in any way of the result. However, the student-teacher relationship that emerges over the course of the narrative is that good teaching can only transpire if there is relationship between instructor and pupil. All other instructions is secondary. The student-teacher relationship demonstrated in the novel is predicated upon this respect. Part of the reason why Braithwaite is initially a rebuff and eventually embarrassed is because he doesn't sacrifice this respect for something temporal. As a result, Braithwaite embodies transformative teaching because respect is at the forefront of his interactions with students. When students do not miss school in the final week, it is a reflection of such respect. Such a respect transcends arbitrary social boundaries such as the traditional construction between teacher and student. It strikes at the heart of how people treat one another. Braithwaite recognizes the importance of treating his students with respect, who in turn embrace reciprocity with him. Braithwaite's relationship is shown to be empowering as it helps students to face challenges. Next, describe the atmosphere of the school described in the extract. Explain in brief the theme of the extract. या उत्तराचा काय थीम आहे तर तो पुन्हा पुन्हा आपण बघितलाच आहे. E.R. Braithwaite gets a job of a character teacher in a rather rough and notorious school. He finds that the students belong to a background that is not suitable for learning and their overall development and progress. He notices that the students are in no mood to change their attitude and behavior. Braithwaite, with his novel and creative ideas, innovative techniques, and understanding the students' psychology, ultimately wins their hearts in no time. Though he was bullied, harassed mentally and physically many times, he didn't lose his patience and continued to implement his novel idea and techniques that help him to bring a significant change in the students' lives. हा त्या थीम आहे. Describe the atmosphere in the school described in the extract. तर जे वातावरण हे ठिकाणी आलेलं आहे शाळेतलं ते वर्णन करा. In this extract, Braithwaite recounts the half-yearly report of the Students' Council, in which the students of the school report to the faculty and other students on what they have been studying thus far. Braithwaite's class representative speak knowledgeably about their coursework and place a considerable amount of emphasis on how much they have learned about different people, cultures, customs, and the importance of international and interracial cooperation. And last part is about language. जी भाषा ह्या कादंबरीमध्ये आलेली आहे त्या भाषेविषयीच्या काय ॲक्टिव्हिटी आहेत. Explain the following statement that enrich the language and create a powerful impact. तर खाली हे वाक्य स्पष्ट करायचं आहे की ज्यामुळे ही भाषा समृद्धी ह्या कादंबरीमध्ये आलेली आहे. Miss Phillips is transformed into a very convincing personality. There are many features of language that contribute the smooth sailing of the plot. तर Miss Phillips is transformed into very convincing personality. याबद्दल आपण बघूया. The freely seemingly brainless Miss Euphemia Phillips proved to be the coolest and best informed of the three. She dealt with questions put to her with candor and authority, and would often intervene skillfully to assist one of the others without causing embarrassment. Weston cut a very ridiculous figure in the face of Denham's blunt criticism and Furman's adroit questioning. He found himself completely nonplussed and tried to bluster his way out with a show of offended dignity. He could not effectively support the pity exercises for which she was partly responsible, but still she has handled all the matter in a good manner. Following are